The first one that I want to talk to you about is really, really simple, and it has to do with your room block, which is where the majority of your liability lies.
For sure.
And it is adding a keyword to your contract when it defines the room block, and that is cumulative.
Yes, cumulative room block. Like when I'm scanning a contract that our team has negotiated, the first thing I look for is, does it have the word cumulative? And here's how this plays out in everyday practice for you. Let's say we're going to use really simple math. You've got a 3-day event. It's going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and the room block is going to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because people are going to depart at the end of the day Saturday.
And they're going to come in the day before.
And they'll come in the day before. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday event is a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday peak night room block. Let's just say for easy math that you're holding 100 rooms on each of those nights. So right off the block, we're going to negotiate attrition, which is a certain amount that you can drop from the block with no penalty. Hotels will pretty much offer you 10% attrition without blinking. We always push for 20, 25%. So ideally, you're getting 20% off. So let's do the math. Per night, you've got 100. You can drop 20%. That takes you down to 80. That's 80 rooms per night you have to pick up. Now, keep in mind that you're going to have some teams staying at the hotel. You may have a couple speakers, maybe your AV team, your team, our team, AV team. We usually assume about 10 rooms a night on that size block for staff. So now you're down to 70 rooms per night that your attendees have to pick up. If you remember metrics from before, we said 1 room for every 2 people. So that 70 would equate to about 150 attendees. The 100 would equate to 200. So our minimum goal is 150 attendees. Our stretch goal is 200. And this block of 100 with 20% attrition less your team, 70 per peak night, should support that. But that's the math that we look at every day. And here's where cumulative comes into play. And this is critical. You may pick up 60 rooms on one night, 90 rooms on another night, 60 rooms on another night. What you want to be held to is not the per night number, but the cumulative number. So as long as I pick up 300 rooms, 100 rooms per night times 3, less 20%, if we do the math, that's 240. As long as I pick up 240 rooms, I'm golden. Here's the other key thing with that. We always ask the hotel, we write it into our contracts, that if there are any room nights booked before or after, they count toward our block. So even if we didn't contract rooms pre or post, if somebody books them and they're part of our room block, they get counted toward that cumulative number. So we are looking to hit 210. As long as we hit that cumulative number, we don't owe the hotel any money.
So what that translates to is you want to make sure that you add the line, because every single hotel block that you get, every single hotel contract that you get will have attrition or what you don't pick up. Because if you fall short, on your room block, what you have to pay is an attrition penalty. And if you have to pick up 100 nights, 100 rooms per night, and one night you pick up 80, and one night you pick up 120, your standard hotel contract is going to ding you for 20 room nights in attrition for the night that you were short, even though you went over your room block by the same amount of room nights the night after. So to make it fair, we add a line that says the total pickup required by the client is X number of rooms, total number of rooms for the entire contract, and then we make sure it says cumulative, that the total cumulative block required to be picked up by the client is, and then the number, not the number per night, the total number. And that is a non-negotiable for us. If a hotel isn't willing to give us a cumulative block, we just say, okay, thanks, not willing to go there.
Yeah, and I often say, listen, this is a crystal ball and you know it. Hotels cannot accurately predict the number of room nights they're going to sell on any given night. Why should they assume that you can? Nobody can. It's all crystal balling. And even when we have great history to back us up and we can make really solid projections based on years and years of tracking room blocks for a specific client, for a specific event, we still want that flexibility.
Okay, so that's cumulative room blocks. If you have any